Good afternoon. City Manager John Sheedy here, and before we proceed with our City Council catch-up, I'd like to take a moment to express our sincerest and most heartfelt condolences to our neighbors in Uvalde for all they have had to endure over the past week. It is in times like these where it is important for us all to come together to support one another. The Del Rio community is sending all of our wishes of love, hope, peace, and healing to Uvalde. We will continue to provide information with ways that you can help the victims and their families. Join us on Wednesday, June 1st from noon to 5 p.m. and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Del Rio Civic Center for a blood drive, hosted alongside the U.S. Border Patrol sector, Val Verde Regional Medical Center, the Del Rio Chamber of Commerce, and the Del Rio Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. More appointment slots will continue to open. However, you are able to arrive without one and wait until a slot opens up if that would work for you. Together we are stronger. As promised, here is our City Council catch-up for the May 24, 2022 regular council meeting. Mayor Pro Tem DeRoos proclaimed May 21, 2022 as Armed Forces Day in Del Rio. The United States has celebrated Armed Forces Day on the third Saturday in May every year since 1950. The freedom and security that citizens of the United States enjoy today are direct results of the courage and devotion given by the United States Armed Forces over the history of our great nation. Mayor Pro Tem DeRoos also proclaimed June 2022 as Men's Health Month to focus on a broad range of men's health issues, including heart disease, mental health, diabetes, and prostate, testicular, and colon cancer. The proclamation encourages citizens to increase awareness of the importance of a healthy lifestyle, regular exercise, and medical checkups. A public hearing was conducted to consider a request for Plat 22-01 by Amistad Consulting Services, Inc., representing Eduardo M. Alcaraz, who is requesting to replat Tract 6B, Block 202, San Felipe Ranch Estates. No citizens were present for the public hearing. After the hearing was closed, a resolution was unanimously approved for the replat by the City Council. A second public hearing was opened to consider a request for Plat 22-02 by Amistad Consulting Services, Inc., representing Norma Araceli Ortiz and Jesus A. Mata Ortiz, requesting a replat of Lot 16 in the St. Joseph Street subdivision in Del Rio. No citizens were present for the public hearing. After the hearing was closed, a resolution was unanimously approved for the replat by the City Council. No citizens signed up for the items on the agenda. Community Services Director Esme Mesa brought forward a resolution by the City Council authorizing and directing the City Manager to execute a contract with the Boys and Girls Club of Del Rio for services to provide a youth summer recreation program to benefit the children of Del Rio. The program accommodates 200 children at a fee of $275 per child, 5 to 12 years old. The item was approved unanimously by the City Council. Our Assistant Public Works Director Greg Velasquez and I updated the Council that the San Felipe Creek Bank improvements would be delayed for starting until July 7th to ensure that the celebratory events for the 4th of July continue uninterrupted. The project would then end December 22, 2022. This would allow us to stay within our time frame of the Texas Parks and Wildlife permit expiration of March 14, 2023. We look forward to kicking off the mobilization of this project as it has been in the works for several years. Mr. Velasquez also provided an update to the City Council about the Practice Fields Collaborative Project on Kings Way. We are collaborating with Val Verde County and Commissioner Bo Nettleton on this project, and we are very excited to offer 7 new practice fields, 4 U19 high school soccer and football fields, and 3 U8 soccer fields. Thank you to Commissioner Bo Nettleton, County Engineer Carlos Velarde, and the Commissioner's Court for their consideration and collaboration for this project. We will continue to push on projects where we can collaborate with our county partners for the benefit of our community as much as possible. An ordinance amending Chapter 26 Subdivision Section 26-6 to require the extension of the city's gas utility lines and providing for a cumulative and severability clause was presented. Currently, there is no ordinance for new subdivisions to extend the city's gas system. It is up to the developer to request gas lines in new subdivisions. Currently, there is only a verbal agreement of cost sharing with developers and the City Public Works Department, where the developer will trench for the gas lines and the City Gas Division will install the gas lines. Amending Chapter 26, Section 26-6 will assure all new subdivisions within 1,000 feet of an existing gas main will include gas, giving the potential home buyer an option to connect to the gas system. The developer will trench the gas lines at their cost, and the city will install the gas lines at the city's cost. This was approved unanimously by the City Council. A resolution providing for the replat of lots 1 through 5, Block 4, 5th Railroad Edition, and Block 77-1 of the 1st Railroad Edition was presented. Approving this request is in compliance with the state and local requirements. The Council voted unanimously to approve this item. A resolution providing for the approval of a letter of credit and a preliminary final plat for the drainage areas and access road for the Tesoro Hills subdivision was also presented. Approving this request would allow the developers of Tesoro Hills and the developer of Las Palmas to move forward with the construction of the additional phases of their subdivision. This item was approved in a 4-1 vote, with Councilman Sanchez abstaining. A resolution providing for the final plat for the Noe subdivision was presented. This subdivision is off of Wildcat Drive near our Health Department office. Due to a delay in obtaining the water meters and meter boxes, the property owner has paid for partial connections on all the lots, and the city will install the water meters and meter boxes prior to the approval of the utilities within the subdivision by the Utilities Commission. Approving this final plat will allow the developer to start selling or developing the lots within the subdivision. The City Council voted unanimously to approve this item. The next item was to appoint the Finance Director to calculate the no new revenue and voter approval tax rate. Texas Property Tax Code, Section 26-04, states that an officer or employee designated by the governing body shall calculate the no new revenue rate and the voter approved rate for the unit. The Council voted unanimously to appoint our Finance Director, Alberta Barrett, as the employee designated to calculate these rates. The next ordinance was to ratify a purchase from Weaver Technologies, LLC in the amount of $66,737.02 through a TIPS contract. The MIS, or IT department, is working on finalizing details for the different phases of the City of Del Real's network upgrade. In order to ensure that the City of Del Real's network continues to receive protection from outside threats, the current contract with FortMail was renewed in March. FortMail provides email security services, including network and server monitoring, software tokens for remote secure access, and endpoint detection and response. Through the use of FortMail, staff is confident that the city's email services are protected from cybersecurity threats. This item was approved unanimously by our City Council. A resolution to authorize funding from the Main Street Facade Assistance Grant Program in the amount of $4,048 at Humphrey's Gun Shop, located at 124 East Garfield, was also presented. The Council requested clarification on whether businesses have to be operational on Main Street to apply for this grant program. Staff informed the Council that any business within the Main Street District are welcome to apply. The Council motioned that the application be approved under the condition that grant funds only be awarded for receipts and costs incurred after May 24, 2022, with a maximum of $4,048. The motion passed in a 4-1 vote. A resolution to issue a work order to KSA Engineers Incorporated for bidding and construction phase services for the Surface Treat and Mark Runway, taxiways and ramp project at the Del Real International Airport was also presented. Approval of this resolution will give continuation to the bidding and construction phase of the project. This item was approved unanimously by our City Council. The next item is a resolution of the City of Del Real finding that AEP Texas Incorporated's application to amend its distribution cost recovery factors to increase distribution rates within the city should be denied, authorizing participation with the cities served by AEP Texas, authorizing hiring of legal counsel, finding that the city's reasonable rate case expenses shall be reimbursed by the company, finding that the meeting at which this resolution is passed is open to the public by law, requiring notice of this resolution to the company and legal counsel. Our legal counsel explained that the city has already approved a resolution for this. This is an additional resolution because AEP is requesting more money and is requesting an amendment. Our legal counsel will be objecting to the request for more funding upon approval of this resolution. If we do not object, this would raise utility bills for the public. The City Council voted unanimously to approve the objection of increased rates for our utility customers. The consent agenda contained a quarterly investment report ending March 31st, 2022, and approval of the meeting minutes for May 10th, 2022 regular meeting and the May 17th, 2022 special meeting minutes. The council voted 4-1 to approve this item. Councilwoman Martinez abstained from voting on this item. There were no citizens who signed for citizens' comments on or off the agenda. Mayor Pro Tem DeRoos recognized Councilwoman Falcon Calderon for celebrating her birthday last week. On behalf of the City of Del Rio, happy birthday, ma'am. We hope this next year of life is full of health and happiness for you. Join us in a couple of weeks for the next City Council catch-up with the City Manager. Have a great day, Del Rio, and everyone please stay safe.